Look, honey.
Mommy, I wonder what those bubbles are around these things. You know those bubbles down there at the paddock?
What bubbles?
The bubbles that I said had a bug in them.
I would say they probably had
They're
some
bugs.
kind of...
They don't have a bug in them.
Hey,
I'm
look.
pretty sure they have a bug.
There's some little babies in here too.
He's tiny. Which one did you plant first?
Well, this one, let's see if there's some over here. No, not yet. The bad thing is, I planted out these pots with flowers and I didn't label or remember what I put in each pot. And I have since heard from a couple of people that have commented that I'm really grateful for, that the bachelor's buttons and the 4 o'clocks are not really, like, they're too big for the pots. So I'm going to have to transplant them out somewhere. But I don't know which ones they are. So we'll have to wait and see when they come up. Hello friends, welcome back to 9 Little Aussies. Today we have a hive of activity going on. It's taken us a little while to get going, but we have, carrying on from last night when we were clearing some of the trees we're chopping down are Chinese tallow, which are they're a noxious pest. They're not good. We don't want them here. They spread very quickly, and we've been told by some that the only way to get rid of them is with horrible poisons, which we're just not prepared to use on our farm. So we are cutting them down, dragging them into piles, and we are just going to have to continue to manage that with a lot of physical labor. I mean, there's just no replacement for that unless you're going to use chemicals, which we don't want to do. So the kids are dragging them into piles. The older kids are finishing off some of the chopping, cutting them into smaller pieces that my husband did. And we're just dragging them into piles, which we're going to keep them sort of down far away from the homestead itself and from the chickens. So as I was saying, as per the advice that Joel Salatin gives about leaving areas for wild animals to dwell in and keeping them sort of away from where we've got chickens and other domesticated animals that might cause hassle, you know, that we'd rather them be down the paddock and have their own habitat, and that will slowly break down and it just creates a balanced ecosystem, which is what we're wanting. So today we're working on garden beds. We have, I think this is about ready now for the top layer of soil, which we have to pick up from our neighbour in there. We have to get a trailer load from there, which I'm not going to do. It may happen later today, it may happen tomorrow, but right now I'm going to work on that bean bed that I've been chasing. Okie dokes, it is a lot later in the afternoon. The day just got really busy and I had things I had to do inside. So I'm coming back out now in the evening and I'm going to put some of this cardboard down. The boys helped me fork the rest of that area, and now I need to lay the cardboard down, and if I can, I'll get some mulch on there, and then we'll have to wait a little while to go and pick up the soil. Right, so I measured those across. I think they're about 4 foot across, and I have no idea what length this is. It's however long that is. And I'm just watered it, and now I'm going to see if I can beat the sun going down and put some straw and stuff on top. We put a lot of this over into the raised bed, but there's just a little bit left. Well, there's a good bit of this and there's a little bit of that. So I'll see if I can move this. May or may not get it all done today, but move this onto that garden space over there. And this is good stuff. Got a lot of manure mixed in with this spent hay. This is going to be great in that garden bed. Good stuff. Are you one of those weird people that gets excited about manure and dirty hay? We've kind of dodged up this wagon and put a bit of plastic under it to try and stop the things falling through, and it works. It does the job. We do lose a little bit, but it mostly works. In case you're wondering where my family are while I'm shoveling all this, they're around the other side of the house moving the chickens, which also has to be done before dark. All right, well, we're really fighting against the sun now. There was a little bit of a chook emergency. I had to go help wrangle some chickens. That was almost not quite as bad as the chicken shenanigan video that I made. It was like one of the first videos I ever did, and the chickens, we were trying to get them from one area to another. It was madness, complete madness. Wasn't quite that bad, but still, it interrupted things. And I realized that most of underneath where I was moving wasn't all straw and spent hay. There was a fair bit of soil there. So I've got a bag of spent hay that I'm going to try and scatter over that bit and water it in, and then I think we'll have to call it a day. That's not going to be enough, but okay, I think we will have to call it a day at that. I've done what I could. It's not quite as much as I wanted, but we're making progress little by little. It feels like it's been a higgledy-piggledy day, but I guess you have those sometimes, and all the little higgledy-piggledy days add up to something in the end. So we'll keep plodding along. We'll get there. Thanks for being here. Sunshine and raindrops to you, my friend. Bye-bye.